What is up, YouTube? Today we are fighting against EatDaKitty. Some of you guys came by and said hello to my stream, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And we obviously, as you guys can see, are recording much later than usual. We have about 45 minutes left to just send our attacks. So yeah, we're just gonna be flying through them and hopefully not inting. And yeah, no pressure, I guess, but thank you so much for supporting today's sponsored stream through Factor 75, and yeah, really appreciate it. So as always, please drop a like and comment for the algorithm, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just jump straight into the first attack of today. Okay, so our first attack of today, we're going to be hitting EpicEksis. We're the last attacker, but it's going to be Yuffie, LRK, and Rimuru. So I'm going to be running Crow here as our premier tank for the Rimuru. And just going to be on Holy Sacrifice so that we can come back and have impact with the S3. And Destina's just going to be providing a health imprint on Guardian Ice Crystals. Nothing too special here. And we're actually missing a health set, so we probably want to fix that at some point. And then we have our Inferno Kawazu, which is on Tachi. Immunity is not really needed here, so this is going to proc our Inferno. We're going to S3 into the Yuffie, and since we know that it's not on Holy Sacrifice, then everything should be fine. On the bottom, it's going to be Shu, Aravi, and Sharoon. So I'm going to be running my 270 Zahak here on Symbol, on Penset, and then Strays is going to be on Portrait of the Saviors on just Speed Crit. And then Watcher is going to be on Sashay. So basically, I'm just going to S2, S3 into the Shu. That's going to lower her HP so that the Arabi gets one shot by the Strays, and Watcher can one shot the Sharoon without any issue. And it should be a pretty clean attack, so let us go straight ahead. Alright, so obviously we probably just S1 here. He's gonna analyze into me, but isn't really gonna do much. There's the portrait. So Rimu's still alive. I mean, Crow's still alive here, so we're fine. LRK S3's into me here. I Inferno S3 and go on to the Abyssal Yuffie, and even though it's on Aureus, we're still going to kill without any issues. I mean, he's on a lifesteal set, yep, counter. Okay, so not quite dead. Not quite dead, but given the situation, we're probably just going to S3 into the Yuffie. Let's just delete the potential of losing, right? And then on the following turn, we're probably just going to dump S3 with the Destina here. Just so that we can heal up here. We can always get defense buff up from the Crow on the S2. But mainly you just want to stabilize. I might sound a bit more tired. It's a bit later than usual. It's not often that I'm going to be the last attacker in TL. So definitely a bit out of my comfort zone. But nonetheless, we're just going to try to get these attacks over and done with sooner than later. And we're going to be S1, S1 into the Rimu as well. We can't stick burns with the Inferno, but we still just go for damage on the Rimu. Since we already Holy Sacked, right? So, no matter what, we just want to get him out of the game. And on that note, I'm going to push Inferno. He's going to give defense buff over to Rimu. And that's fine. With steel attack buff and immunity is not the end of the world, because he doesn't have S3 yet. Now if he had S3 it'd be maybe a bit scarier, but as of right now he doesn't. Stina S1's gonna finish him here. And he still can't S3 here. So let's check if he has ER. Looks like he does, relatively. Yeah, there's just no way he's gonna break through this. Inferno stays alive.
Don't be afraid.
Push the Inferno. Inferno's gonna S3. This is relatively safe when you know that Abyssal Yuffie is not going to be on Holy Sacrifice. Obviously, Rimuru is a 2021 character, so it's always good to have Crow to tank the Rimu.
Resist as much as you can.
And we're just gonna S2 push the Watcher. Sharoon doesn't cut. We're gonna S3 dump into the Shu. That Shu is dead. One shot Sharoon. And hopefully no attack buff Strays is enough to one shot the Aravi on POV, but I'm gonna say maybe potentially not. Never mind, still alive. But it doesn't matter because one Soulburn S1 from the Azahawk and he's dead. Yep, nice and clean. Alright, quick little speed run, moving over into the second attack. Okay, so for second attack we'll be hitting ChiefSprout. So I'm going to be running MLKen here, and he's going to be going on, I guess we probably put him on Draco Plate. I did recently get a Golden Rose, but we're just going to leave it on Draco Plate for now. And I'm going to be putting him with Arrowwell for mitigation on Admin Shield. Obviously, like I mentioned before, you do want to have the release health imprints whenever you're having a DPS carry the fight. And Destina is going to be on the release imprints on Guardian Ice Crystal so that we can give a little bit more bulk for the MLKen. And the idea is, even if we get stunned, we can cleanse it and we'll be fine, right? The bottom is going to be Ran, Senya, Lilius. So I'm going to be going with Zio, and Zio is going to be here for two reasons. Number one, he's going to be carrying a book so that we can soul burn Green Sid. And number two, we can S3 to activate the Senya. Now Senya S2 is going to be a non-attack skill, which is going to trigger our Sid Secret Art Storm Sword. Now when it triggers our Secret Art Storm Sword, we're going to dump S3 into the Ran, and then, well, technically, probably want to go for the Lilius, but I'm a bit scared that we might not kill. So we might go into the Ran depending on the situation, and then it's just going to be Inferno S3 going into the Senya, and then it should be fine. But yeah, it's a little bit of a gamble, but hopefully it works, so let us go right ahead. Alright, so Emoshu should get provoked by the MLKen here, which he is. And because he does have defense buff, or sorry, he does have a stun option on the Airwell, it's gonna go stun on the MLKen, but it doesn't matter because this is all intended. So now I'm just going to push our MLKen down and drop S3. This is gonna give us the attack buff that we're needing and maybe stick some death breaks onto them. And we stick 2 out of 3, which is pretty good, honestly, pretty good. So here I'm going to just S3 on the Airwell here just to get a barrier. No need to go for the candy, even though we can strip the speed buff. We don't really want to give her the opportunity to take over the game here. Yeah, right here. So that Shu is dead. This candy is also just dead. GG. And moving into the next attack here. As you can see, we're gonna go on the Senya, which is gonna trigger our Storm Sword Secret Art. Now I don't know how much HP the Lilius is, so this is honestly a little bit of a gamble, but I'd like to think that I can kill. And there is a barrier, but I'm just gonna Soul Burn S3 anyways. I'm pretty sure this kills. Yeah, so I calculated it to be at like 1500 defense, and a Soul Burn S3 with Green Sid, with pen set, it's really hard for them to survive. So I was pretty confident that would have been fine. So we might lose 2 out of the 3 other units. Like we might lose Sid, and we might lose Zio here, but that's okay. It's a cost that I was ready to pay. Okay, so he's dead, and then we're just gonna dump S3, and we sacrifice our 2 units so that our Inferno can shine brighter. Very perfect. Alright, let us move over into our third attack of today. Okay, so for the last attack of today, we'll be hitting Belisle. So it's a pretty slow team with Lilius and Senya. So I'm going to be running Amid at 251, who cares, just spare gear. And then Kisei is going to be on a 5k 300 crit damage build on pen set with Portrait. S2 EE obviously for more damage, and run 99 crit just because you want to live life on the edge. And the idea here is we're basically just going to aim it S2 push the Kisei, S3 the Lilius, S2 right away, and then Senya can get 1v1 by the Inferno one no problem. On the bottom, it's going to be Solitaria, Mort, and Karina. So I'm going to be running Solid DDR with Crow. And Crow's going to be on Holy Sacrifice, as you guys saw in the previous fight. And I will have Solitaria here on just my standard PvP build, 270 with 150 effect. And additionally, I will be having my DDR here on Celestine on counter set. And so the idea is basically I'm just going to stun the Karina and then just S1, S1, Pestilence, S1, S1, and then just ruin their day. And hopefully it'll be enough, so let us go right ahead. Alright, so we're just gonna S2. Oh, what do you know? I forgot my immunity again. Whatever, it's like almost 2 AM. Alright, let's just streamer luck, and then we're gonna S2. Oh, wow, okay. In that case, I'm just gonna S1 here. My Kisei S2 is for sure gonna kill since I have crit damage and I'm hidden, so this guy's not living at all. And Inferno should cut in front of my A-mid here, so I'm just gonna turn on auto. And we cut to the front. Not quite. A-mid dies like a Zog. And Inferno is going to S3 and ignore and strip all the buffs and kill her. And man, we really need to just keep immunity on A-mid even though she's on spare gear, eh? It's a bad idea. Anyways, looking at the third attack, so I'm just gonna actually just S3 here and go for a pushback. Like, he's gonna cleanse either way, so it doesn't really matter. So actually stunned and didn't push back. Arguably that's probably the best thing for us, and since DDR is being buffed, like we might as well just use DDR while we still can, right? So I'm just gonna S2 and try to push this Karina. This Karina's like 250 speed, which is really surprising to me. Alright, now Solly's gonna move. We counter. No Pestilence though. S1. She countered. That's not good. That's really not good. It's fine, we stun. We even slept the Karina, that's big. Ooh, DDR, ooh, DDR. S1 on the Karina here. Land more Pestilence, more stuns, more Venom. Go on the Karina here. Yeah, this Venom is just crazy. So I mean, I guess according to the tier list, I mean a lot of people are asking me if DDR is going to be higher on the priority list, and I think my answer is probably I don't know, just because we're going to have to definitely do more testing first before we can come to a conclusion whether or not it's good or bad. But in the interim, I do think that he's pretty good. Alright, so this doesn't quite kill, but this should. Yeah, there we go. And we're gonna S2 again, and get Pestilence, and the fight's basically over. Wow, we really RNG'd us to win that first one, huh? Alright, and the rest of his team is dead. Nice and clean, if I may say so myself. Alrighty guys, so that is going to make the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching up to this point. Yeah, there hasn't been any face cam for this one because it's really late and I'm quite tired. So I just want to get some sleep, and yeah, hope everybody has a good long weekend. For those in Canada, it'll be Remembrance Day, and it'll be Veterans Day for the States, and Diwali's coming up also on Sunday, so if that's applicable to you, then yeah, hope you guys have a good long weekend, and I will see you guys soon. So yeah, like and comment, subscribe, and thank you. Bye.